what's good? Are we live?
No.
Are we live? No.
Now we are. I'm just gonna let that thing go.
I was going. All right.
You want to say something first?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Yo, what's good?
What's good?
We're back.
In the flesh.
We're live.
In effect.
You know what I'm saying?
All that good shit.
Yeah, peace to the Urban X family. We are back.
Peace to the Urban X family. We are in effect. We are live. We miss you guys.
Facts. I'm Malcolm.
Yes, he's Dotson.
Malcolm.
He's Dotson. I'm the Black Dot, the original.
You know what? We have to, examine why you want to call me Dotson. Is that an ego thing? Like, you want me to be a second you?
Dude. It's can't ego. You came out of my balls. It's nothing more ego than that, nigga. It's not like I discovered you on the street and raised you and wished you was Dot's son. You have the original blueprint, nigga. You were swimming against 7 million dudes, son. And you made it here, son. I'm proud of you, man. You know what I mean?
Let's cut that up.
Yeah. That's the way that goes.
All right.
That's the way that goes.
All right. That was
Yes. How was your time off? Like Thanksgiving?
It was dope. Got some rest. But it felt like a lot was happening. I wanted to get back. I wanted to get back to the show.
But you're supposed to be able to do little shorts. You know what I mean? You got your green screen and all that.
Are you giving away our blueprint on live air?
You got your shorts.
Yeah,
get to your shorts.
Okay. So
because people be looking for what Malcolm got to say about that. What Doc got to say.
This is true.
But that's the risk you take when you take a week off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it also gives you a chance to load up on some things that a different perspective. How was your Thanksgiving, God?
My Thanksgiving was good.
Don't front like you ain't out there, tossing up the Thanksgiving love. Okay.
How was yours?
Mine was amazing. I had, like I told you, my sister came over.
Right.
She brought her brother, his fiance. We had a standing room only. My other sister, family, and we did it up, man. We did it up big. We played this game called Cards of Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity. If you don't have this game, get this game. Yeah. This is the most ratchet.
Yeah.
This will bring out the most ratchet shit in you. Cards Against Humanity. And not to give the whole game away, but it's one of them games that when you have a lot of couples, a lot of people involved, it's a really, really fun game. And I really had a good time. I think that pretty much set the night off.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. Other than that, how is your meditations or your 4:30 in the mornings going? Because
oh no, so this week
excuses. I can hear them
this
already.
week.
You know when a nigga got excuses?
Like, what had happened
was
it's Craig and them. Nah, like Monday, I hit the snooze button one time,
and it was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
Yeah,
it was over.
You really got to put your feet on the ground, because if you don't,
no, for me, I got to turn on the light. When I don't hit the light, and like
my wife is notorious. She would snooze 8 times. I'm like, what's the whole point of snooze, 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 snooze? It's just irritating, you know.
You know what's crazy? So I read this book where they were talking about sleep and why naps make you more tired. Mm-hmm. It's because when you have like an 8-hour sleep, like you go through you cut it short because your body thought it was going to go through a full sleep cycle, so you wake up more groggy.
Because I'm the nap master.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Because listen, I shut it down. I'd be like, time to shut it down.
Exactly.
We be in the middle of a project, and I'd be like, I need a nap, guys. They'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah. That's just how I keep myself in line.
Exactly.
But with that being said, shout out to the UK. Appreciate the love out there. Yeah, you saw that game at Target. Get that. Get that Cards Against Humanity. But it's going to be fun when it's a lot of people, 10 people playing. So my word of the week is I want everyone to begin to think about 2019 or whatever you want to call it now. Do not wait until so-called 2019 arrives and then you start that, I'm really going to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, you thought I was serious. I'm really serious. It doesn't work that way. The body doesn't work that way. Cosmically, we don't work that way.
You need to go in with some momentum. You know
we need to plant seeds and then reap the benefits of what 2019 can be. Right? Because if not, we're recycling experiences, as I always speak about. The end of the year come, Thanksgiving come, and next shit, it's Christmas. You go through that, and then when the new year come, I'm going to lose that 20 pounds, or I'm going to start that new business. You have to start it in the moment. The moment you think about it. So I'm going to propose a ritual that you can do to help out. If you have plants in your house, and you should, right? If you don't, go buy one, right? I want you to dig up some of the dirt from the plant and plant inside of the actual plant whatever it is you're trying to do. So if it's money, plant $1.
Really?
Just follow along.
Okay.
All right? Because this is a ritual.
Okay.
Right? I'm trying to show you something. So plant $1 or $50. Mm-hmm. The vibration is up to you if you got it. Every morning or every other morning, so you don't overwater the plant, when you plant it, I want you to mentally try to say to yourself that you are planting the idea, the energy, the spirit of what you want to grow. Now, obviously, the money is not going to grow, but then I want you to do, because that's in the physical realm. Then in the spiritual realm, in the astral realm, do a 10-minute meditation, and in that realm, also plant the same money, the same frequency, in that realm and water that as well. Because what you're trying to do is merge the physical with the spiritual. You're attempting to have what we call as an echo effect from one realm to the other in hopes that they merge to create the synergy needed to bring that into reality. Because we all know that everything is mental. Right. So when Oba is speaking about a giving and offering in this realm, for your ancestors on that realm to work on your end, this is sort of what we're doing. So plant that $1, or it could be health. Plant a letter about health. And when you water this physical, it allows you to physically practice, and then before you go to bed or when you wake up, it's coming straight from the astral realm, breathe, meditate, and then from that realm also make the connection so that we bridge the gap. Everybody's ritual should be different based on what it is you're after. Health, wealth, success, money, love, relationship. Plant a few dicks. I don't know if that's what you're pushing for 2019. Or a dick, like a strong dick or something. Pause. Or whatever it is you're after, you have to plant that. But you can't just plant it. You got to work it, right? So you're sowing the seeds in the physical realm. It's like planting corn or whatever it is you planting, you got to be out there and do the physical work,
right,
and then allow nature to bring the sunshine, to bring the rain, to bring all of the things from that realm, to bring it all together. So do that now. Do not wait until 2019, the deadest point, January 1, the deadest point in our cycle,
right.
And this is, I don't want to speak about, we know 2019 ain't I don't want to get in all of that, because we all operate on time to some degree.
Right.
So we all recognize that a new year is here when you're signing your checks or whatever it is you do. So let's not play this game like you're invisible to time and space, and none of that shit means. I'm only speaking to those who are on the practical level. Do that consistently, and let's see where we go. But we have to do it now. This is the year of the harvest. This is the time of the harvest. That's what Thanksgiving is really about, the harvest. All of the shit that grew, now we can sit down and have a feast, right? So we're still in that harvest stage, and the cycle is about to repeat itself. So plant it. Plant it, set it, work it. Let your magic work for you.
All right. Okay. So you ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Did you hear about this story? Alabama man was killed after a shooting broke out in the mall, and they said his name is Emantic Bradford, is 21 years old, and the shooting broke out in an Alabama mall. Cops responded. It was two
plainclothes?
Yeah, plainclothes cops. They said they saw somebody, brandish a gun or whatever, and they wound up shooting him. His name is Emantic Bradford. They call him EJ. And
this sounds very similar
to the case
before we went on vacation that little week.
Yes, the dude
with a security guard.
Yes.
So now, and what was their reasoning for shooting him?
So initially, give
me all the details.
So
don't give me the black details.
Okay.
Give me all of the details.
So initially, when this case happened, they said, a shooting broke out. We got the shooter. Then the next day, they said, he might have not been the shooter.
So now the shooter may still be on the loose.
He's definitely still on the loose as of today.
Okay.
The shooter might not have been on the loose because it was an argument that took place. The guy shot a 14-year-old girl, I believe, and somebody else. He killed somebody else. Mm-hmm. The girl survived. And they said, we might have got the wrong person, but he was brandishing a gun, right? Mm-hmm. So now, if you don't know state laws, Alabama is an open carry state.
So it's an open carry state, yes. So you're allowed to carry.
So, and apparently what happened was, eyewitnesses say it was a lot of people had their guns up because it's an open carry. Yeah.
Open carry state, what's going on? Right. I hear gunshots.
And then the thing was, when police use words as brandishing. Brandishing means holding the gun, waving it in a menacing way.
Okay.
They said he actually just had it out. And then now, apparently he didn't even have his gun out.
Oh,
but his parents saying he was licensed to carry. You see, he had some military training. He didn't actually
serve.
Yeah, he didn't actually serve.
Okay,
yeah.
But he had some military experience.
Yes, and he was licensed to carry.
Okay. As we know, first of all, shout out to Let's Get Free. Appreciate the love as always.
Oh, shout out to you. Yes, thank you.
Whether you're black or not, we understand a open carry state doesn't really apply to you because of the fear factor.
Right.
Understanding the black man by himself is fearful. I mean, what I'm saying, fearless, and in the eyes of the oppressor or feared.
Yes.
Right. So we understand, and imagine being able to carry a gun and carrying a gun. You know what I mean? So they immediately gun this man down out of fear, right? And this is the issue that we have in this country that is always going to be here in this country. I'm actually getting tired of covering these stories because they come in more frequently. In a dude's apartment, dude on his job, dude licensed to carry. You know what I mean? So this picture's a little deceiving. Did he have an army uniform on during the...
No.
Okay.
This is the picture that they're using in the news.
Okay. The reason I asked that because then I was gonna say, did they shoot somebody in army gear? You know what I mean? Just
but real quick, a lot of people were, because the picture of him laid out on the ground was circulating the internet, and I'm tired of this. Oh, we're spreading this picture for awareness. Like, no, you doing damage to yourself. Like, you desensitizing yourself. I'm tired of that.
And you better be careful because you could be sounding insensitive, right?
Nah, it's not sounding insensitive. It's just like I don't want to see dead bodies. I don't care if you know what I'm saying. And people are sharing this, destroying a lot of people's psyches under the guise of awareness.
But they do not. They don't recognize that because they suffer from victim consciousness. I told you before, you got to be careful of saying, look at what they're doing to us. Look at so much. We know what they're doing to us. Now, it is a thin line, so I don't want to be hypocritical because you are trying to continue to spread some form of awareness, but it's the internet, everything moves so fast and it's extreme.
Now, I feel like at this point, we've seen so many of our brothers and sisters dead that it's just like
it desensitizes me. It doesn't have the same effect to me.
It doesn't have the same effect at all because when Emmett Till's mom did it, right, and that did something that set a movement
and that set
emotion.
Absolutely,
that did something. This is just kind of like
but this is the era that we live in. I can no longer look at ass pictures and enjoy
They do nothing
because they do nothing, right? So I can no longer look at dead pictures and think that they're gory because they do nothing. So we are in that stage, and we speak a lot about information. We're in the information age, and sometimes too much information is like having no information at all. Mm-hmm. So when you constantly on Instagram, what's that called, instant programming, I don't even know if that's the title of it, but that's what I call it, because we'll get into that a little bit later. You're constantly programmed instantly by these images that continue to flash in our face at a rapid, and then it seems like monkey see, monkey do. One person do it, I'm scrolling down, I see 11 pictures of the same damn thing. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how fast information is moving, damn near at the speed of light. So it'd be 100, you might have 1,000 people on your timeline, and 600 of them are all showing the same picture, and that becomes programming instantly. I'm gonna be here all day. Instagram, instant programming. Okay, so you know what I mean? So let's keep an eye on this situation. Of course, our love and support go out to his family, to EJ. Justice for EJ.
Atlantic Bradford. That's his name.
Atlantic Bradford.
I feel like I'm saying his name wrong.
In an open state, how do they single him out? What was he the first black guy they ran up on?
It was other witnesses' accounts that saying he was trying to get people out the way.
Okay, because he's a military man, probably has some kind of training. Come on, let's clear it. And a lot of times, shouldn't there be some kind of protocol? Drop the gun, put your hands in the air.
But
side note, did you see them shoot that kid?
Yeah.
Do we have that? We're gonna talk about
no.
Okay, so they just shot his ass.
Yeah, the dude, he wound up being paralyzed.
Yes. I know y'all out there in the chat saw that. Hands up, and clearly hands up.
And then, if you realize, like, the all these other white mass shooters that didn't kill themselves, they got talked down.
Right, off the ledge. Sir, you just killed 9 people.
Yeah.
Sir, drop your weapon. We taking you to McDonald's. You look hungry. Right? So we understand what the dynamic is. Fear of a Black Planet 2. It's going to be a lecture by Professor Griff, Red Pill, Blue Pill, at the Source of Knowledge bookstore in Newark, New Jersey this Saturday, right? December 1st, and I'm pretty sure they will address these exact issues because it is fear of a Black Planet. As a matter of fact, we're going to YouTube it, and we're going to throw that up. We'll throw the picture up to give people a visual of that before tonight is over. What are we saying in the chat?
Somebody said his father was a cop.
And his father was a cop.
And
that
his
was
father
true.
was a cop. Wow.
Because he said that he was talking about that. He was like, I know he has respect for authority.
For
like,
authority,
I know if you
because his father is an
officer. He said, I know if you gave an order, like, put your hands up, he would have complied.
He would have complied immediately because his father probably trained him properly. Because especially if his father was a cop in Alabama, which is like a conundrum because of how racist they are. So his pops probably want him extra. When you see these sheriffs coming, this is going to be the protocol by which you move and you operate. So shout out to his family. Our love and support goes out to him and his family. And it's another tragic case of fear of a Black Planet. That's exactly what it is. The perfect term. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Time to get into the ratchetness. Some people in the chat might, because people hate when we talk about
Damn,
Tekashi.
already we ratchet?
Already? Like, I say, why not?
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? We took a week off.
Yeah, and remember, we trying to cater to your audience, not to say your audience is ratchet. That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly, you just said it.
I'm saying I represent a demographic of older people, all right? Maybe some have their AARP cards already, and we see life just a little bit different, but we're trying to guide younger generations so I stay abreast of all the shit.
Yeah.
Hit me with the ratchet shit.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, over the break we had on November 18th, Tekashi 6ix9ine and 4 other people from his crew got arrested by the feds.
Him and 4 other people arrested by the feds.
By the feds.
Give me the backstory.
So apparently they were charged with I think like 6 counts, racketeering.
Okay.
Guns, drugs, all of this stuff.
So the action of racketeering is being involved with shit, but not being directly involved.
So racketeering was made famous. I don't know if it was made specifically, but it was made famous when Rudy Giuliani used it against the mob back in the day.
Okay.
Against the 5 families in New York City. So that is a collection of different crimes that they can charge you with because you was in this crew.
Okay.
So again, in the mob, if I'm head of the family, I get knocked for something, I'm gonna have one of my young boys take that time. I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
But if I charge all of you with the RICO, I can get all of you guys.
Got you.
That was the way they can, they could get around the law.
Shout out to Octavius Densmore. Appreciate the
Shout
love.
out to you. So, they charging all of them with the RICO because they saying they were all involved with.
Now, is RICO racketeering?
No, the racketeering is in the RICO.
Okay, it's all in the gumbo.
I have the actual definition.
Okay,
of what
all right,
that
let's
is.
get to the definition of it now.
Because I don't want to mess this up. Because I will mess this up.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And let's talk about these shirts.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to... This is Defiant.
Yeah, the Defiant one.
Yes.
Out of Newark, New Jersey.
Facts. Odyssey Passport?
Yeah. He's launching his shirt company.
Yes, he's a subscriber. He sent us these shirts.
Yes.
And his name is Brother Desara, right? He started his own apparel business called Defiant Wear NJ. He's out of New Jersey. And he sent us a sample of his work. He sent us some other shirts as well. But this was his Urban Excellence logo that he made for us.
And where can they get these shirts?
DefiantWearNJ.com.
DefiantWearNJ.com.
He has some other designs up there. You can check them out.
Yeah, go show him some love on it. Yeah. We get a lot of love here at Urban X.
We do, and I appreciate it like a lot.
Absolutely. We get a lot of love. So, find the definition.
Yeah. So yeah. They got all of them for RICO or whatever, and then Shotty, that was his manager.
Treyway.
That was Shotty.
Oh, that's Treyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
So RICO stands for Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organizations Act.
Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organizations Act.
So racketeering is drugs, guns.
Didn't they get Al Capone on RICO?
No, they got Al Capone on tax evasion.
Okay, right. They got him on tax evasion. Right, because he wasn't paying no taxes.
Yeah. They couldn't get him on nothing else.
You got nothing. You don't have the bookkeeper. You got nothing. I'm gonna go to his grave. Hold on, piss on his ass.
What are you talking about, Pete?
I'm talking about.
So, what you think?
That's not the voice.
What you think?
Trying to find it in there. Give me a moment now. No, this was coming.
I saw it. Everybody saw it coming. And remember, I said this on the podcast in October when his case for the sexual act with a minor case came up.
Right.
They put him on probation for 4 years. They said you can't
say this and that. So you knew that there was something bigger coming.
Yeah, I said they just letting him out because they trying to get him for something more. Because if you remember over the summer, the feds went to his house and found a gun while he was overseas.
Right.
So I knew this was about to happen.
So they were laying the groundwork. And you see, a lot of times the feds, they play chess. They don't play checkers.
Yeah.
So the feds is laying in the cut, let you get some money, this, that.
For a year. Let them rock.
Could be 2 years. They building a case.
Let them rock.
So when they come see you, that's your ass.
Yeah, if you remember GS9 with Bobby Shmurda and Roddy Rebel, they had
very similar.
They had like the best and worst 2014 you can ever have because what was that song? Hot Nigga. That dropped at the top of the year, and then they got knocked in December.
Yes, absolutely.
Off of stuff that they did years prior, but it just kind of like, y'all got famous now. So
Right. So now the spotlight is on you.
Yeah.
And these guys have to understand that, the feds are sophisticated and how to gather information.
Yep.
Now they said it might have been somebody in his crew.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Who was providing the necessary, information that's going to make this stick. People are on academics' case for some reasons.
So people are on academics' case because academics, like a lot of people do, a lot of people on YouTube do, they report on what happens, right?
Right.
So they're on academics' case because academics and this kid 6ix9ine had a relationship, like they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they were mad at him because he reposted a video TMZ put up of 6ix9ine on FaceTime with the Chicago rapper, almost insinuating that he was putting a hit out on him, allegedly.
For 30 stacks or
yeah,
something.
he didn't say, I'm going to put a hit out on you, but he said something that sounds...
Some street shit.
Yeah, he said sound hood, right? So then, he is reporting on it, he reposted it, and then spoke about it, whatever. So my son got at him, Son Campbell got at him, a whole bunch of people, Joe Button, Charlamagne, I believe, all of them got at him because they kind of blame academics for...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, it's...
So you mean the feds didn't have nothing until academics, or is it just... That's just protocol? See, because it could just be that's just protocol. We don't. You broke code. Like, even though the feds know this stuff,
I think
you broke code.
Put it like this: I feel like academics was in a real hard place anyway because he has 2 million followers that go to him for news,
and he has to maintain a certain level
right.
of integrity.
Right.
So let me not act like this shit ain't out here.
Right.
Because if I do, I'm damn if I do, and I'm damn if I don't.
I mean,
if I don't say nothing,
and that's just a real personal decision that he had to make, right? Because if that's my A1 day one, and I'm in academics position, and he gets knocked for something, I'm personally not gonna report on it.
I'm reporting on your ass immediately. Malcolm Bowser, aka Dotson, caught with 9 kilos. I'm reporting that shit. No, but I understand. So, but again,
and I feel like
the journalistic integrity,
right?
That's what we see. A lot of these people are not journalists.
Like Casanova talking about, I'm gonna smack academics when I see him, and to me, it all it's like low hanging fruit. Like it's easy to pick on him.
Yeah, he's the easy target.
Yeah, it's easy. And then with academics, he even responded. He goes, "Yo, Casanova's talking about he wants to smack me, but 2 of the cases that he's in trouble for is cases he was beefing with you. It was 2 shootings. It was involved with you. So what are you talking about?"
So Casanova might be trying to deflect.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do.
A deflection on his part to take shit away from him being connected and intertwined in this somehow, some way. Because I'm hearing they might even bring him in for testimony, or he might have to testify to some degree. Don't quote me on that, because these Brooklyn niggas is crazy.
I'm saying, and then
he always look mad in his videos.
Yeah, all his videos.
I'd be like, oh. Nigga scared me.
You know what's crazy? I knew something was about to happen the way the way 6ix9ine was moving prior to, because he fired everybody.
Right. So you knew the heat was coming down.
Right. He's talking about I'm not Treyway no more. I was like, okay, he's trying to separate himself.
But it's too late.
It was way too late.
It's way too late for that. It's way too late.
And then a wiretap came out yesterday or today, where the transcripts of the wiretap, it was saying like it was Shotty and he was talking to somebody else, and the dude was saying like, yo, he not gang no more, he was never in the gang. So people are running like, oh, he's in the RICO case, and they said he was never in the gang, so that means he should be out, he should be good.
The feds ain't falling for that.
They not, feds. First of all, the feds had that wiretap prior to them getting him. So you think they going to risk their 95% conviction rate,
right?
Off of some words, and then they can use his social media and his music too.
And that's the part of this new law that's really baffling and
scary.
It's scary because I can't be in a video with guns and weed, conveying a story, and not have this stick to me in some capacity. That's the scary part of that. You know what I mean? But maybe he'll be up there with Bill, huh?
I'm just saying.
I like Jello pudding a lot, but I like the flavor of your hair.
And he got arrested like a week before his album Dummy Boy came out.
Right.
Which I'm not gonna lie.
Purposely, they froze his accounts.
And they froze his accounts too,
okay.
and his mother's account.
Right. That's how the feds move. Yeah. Everything is on freeze now.
Yeah, and then they denied him bail, and the trial is set for September 4th, I think, of next
2019.
year.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think,
And they already moved him from a certain facility, I believe.
but I think that was only a ploy so the rest of them could think he's telling.
They playing chess.
So they're just playing chess.
Speaking of chess,
Yeah.
this is the album cover, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And it's a checkerboard.
Yes.
And we understand that when we see checkerboards, that's Masonic.
Yes.
Right? In nature, we saw it on Cardi B's clothing wear. You see it in a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson pulled it off in Billie Jean or one of those videos. It's a constant theme that you see, and it's a Masonic thing. Him pissing out colors.
Yeah.
He gonna be pissing out colors real soon up in prison. Tell you that shit.
Yeah.
Again, this speaks to now a lot of these artists. Let me say this: do not know what any of that means. So the artist is not a willing participant. It be the director, the video director, the photographers who be Masons. And a lot of you don't know it. And they'll suggest that they put shit in your video because they know that the image moves much more greater than the actual sound in the album. So a lot of times you don't know. They just be like, put this here, put that there. Next thing you know, 10 years later, Black Dot is decoding your album cover. And I see, Baphomet heads. I see fucking Masonic shit. I see all kind of shit. And you didn't see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you was just there for a photo shoot. So it's interesting with all the colors.
Except for Jay-Z, who puts his stuff in the videos.
Well, Jay-Z was after, that was a money grab by
Yeah.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z stayed close to the streets. All these niggas are saying I'm Illuminati Hove. Let me just put this shit in my video blatantly. Wear a Aleister Crowley t-shirt so I can milk. And that shit saved him for about 3 albums. To me, it was a period when he probably would have fell off, but he didn't. Because he took advantage and kept his ear to the street and just milked the shit. You know what I mean? Because if it's, come on. So we'll get into this, all the colors. We live in a gay society. That's also, with all the colors represent him spitting out these colors on the Masonic floor. Is he pissing, is he going against the order? It's a number of ways, when I get a little bit of time.
If you recall, they took him. The feds actually brought him in a day earlier. They told him, like his crew was planning on killing him. Do you want protection? He was like, nah.
Right. That was all a part of the ploy too, and they probably were.
Yeah,
trying
right.
to put some work in on him.
And then the next day they arrested all of them because they for his safety apparently.
Nika Wiggins, Nika, peace, love, and light, Urban X. And to everyone in the chat, appreciate the love.
Appreciate the love.
As you know. So we'll keep our eye on Tekashi.
Yeah.
He needs to take that rainbow shit out of his hair now.
Think he's gonna snitch?
Should he snitch?
He
can't
man.
snitch. He can't.
Man. You put anything on the table more than 10 minutes, man.
Can't snitch, Malcolm. Malcolm was like, that meme. Famous meme. That right there. Him.
I'm saying because for some reason I don't see him.
Okay, let's say he snitched and he gets out in 3 years.
He's gonna die.
He gonna die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do your time, man. You should have known. I don't want to hear you was naive about all this shit. You had to know something. And you had to probably body your way in. You had to probably catch a body to get in or do something.
Nah, they were just extorting him. He was just money.
Okay, then if he was the money source. But they do have a picture with him with a gun participating in a robbery, do they not?
I don't know if he had the burner, but I know he probably did.
Just ask him.
He probably did. I'm just saying.
We will keep our eye on that.
Yeah, man.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I thought this story is not funny, but
this shit is hilarious.
It's kind of funny.
This shit is hilarious.
So this guy, his name is John Allen Chow. He was an American missionary. He paid a fisherman to ferry him to North Sentinel Island to convert the natives on that island who lived in isolation for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years.
Ooh.
And they bodied him.
Let's clap that up. Yeah. Another white man bites the dust. Clap that shit up.
Yeah.
So he showed up.
Yeah.
Saying basically, I come in peace. and they hit him up.
Yeah, and the Indian government is not even trying to recover his body.
No, because they can't go over there.
Yeah, they're not even trying.
He said, I want to introduce you to Jesus. They was like, you about to meet him. Poof. No.
That's so gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster. It's a primitive island in the sense that they don't deal with anything outside.
And when I first heard the story, I was like, yo, that sounds really familiar because I remember the first Hidden Colors, I think. Tariq Nasheed talked about it.
Yes, I believe he did. Yes.
I was just like, because when he first said it, it was one of those things like, wow, it's still an island out there like that. And
the question is, why does the government allow? Because these white folks
bugs me out.
Green berets in there and fuck these people up just because.
Yeah.
So it amazes me and makes me wonder what's on that island and how were they able to retain their sovereignty
for like 30,000 years.
For 30,000 years. Wow. Clap that up.
Yeah. He's Asian American.
This guy's Asian American?
Asian American, yes, sir.
Whatever. He went there talking about he come in peace. Yeah, right. And the audacity. See, this is the shit. And this is not when these pilgrims showed up.
Yeah.
With the natives of the land, the original, the Moors, or whoever was here, talking about, yo, what's good? We here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, so we see this happening, but the audacity to think that you can go alone to an island that has been inhabited by original people for 30,000 plus years, and you alone can convert them to Christianity.
After it was banned, like it was a known island that you don't go because he paid the.
Son, they shoot little planes be going by and they be shooting the arrows at the planes. I saw.
That's G'd up. Yeah.
I saw that's G'd up. That's G'd up. So I want to clap up the dead white man. And I want to clap up them people who are dead in the white man.
Yeah, I thought they got his body back. Like, they can't even get his body back.
Dude, they probably, I ain't even gonna say that nigga might be on a rotisserie and shit. Like, yeah, this white meat, they say white meat good. This white meat is good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, that's an unfortunate, fortunate thing.
Like that.
It be like that sometimes.
That cake been baked.
That cake is baked. I mean, you ain't gonna get no tears out of me. You knew not to go there. Just like if you get eaten by a grizzly bear. Like you see the bear.
Especially like going to convert some, like these people have lived without your God for how many years?
Without cell phones, without microwaves, without Twitter, without
You
Twitter.
serious? Come on,
without
bro.
None of that shit. They out there fishing, eating off the land, taking herbs, natural ways.
Now, I really want to know what made that local government go, nah.
Don't fuck with them.
Yeah, even though like
and then there's other places like in the Amazon jungle that have secluded areas that you wouldn't go into and things of that nature as well.
Yeah, they must.
But that's some gangster shit. Yeah, I like that. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this is a story of art imitating life, right? Or
art,
life imitating art.
Life imitating art. Okay,
that's the way to say it. So China plans to rank all of their citizens based on social credit by the year 2020.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah.
And what do they mean by social credit, Malcolm?
So
tell me all about it.
You can be rewarded or punished based on your behavior, like a credit score.
So that means if you bump into me and don't say excuse me,
I can rank you.
I can go bleep.
Yeah. So this is like if people who watch Netflix, it's like the Black Mirror episode. It's called Nosedive.
Yeah, Nosedive. Very good episode.
Yeah, and then she would like somebody open the door for her. She would rank them 5 or something, or like she had a bad interaction at the airport. I was like, oh, ranked her 1.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
and certain societies that you were trying to get into, was based on your ranking. Yeah, sort of like your credit score here.
Yep.
Right, because the new form of discrimination I tell people all the time is the credit score. If your credit score is 500, it says you lazy and irresponsible. Yeah. It doesn't say you're black.
Yeah.
But it says you're lazy and irresponsible.
But the fine print, a lot of black people don't understand credit. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the loophole
that's the
in
loophole,
it.
Yeah.
That's a cool way of not saying, no, it's not because you're black, Bowser. Black dot. No, your credit score is 420. Like, how do you get a score of 395? Yeah. Like, you have to not pay anything back.
Yeah.
So this new China has all of these people. Right?
So yeah, you can be banned from flying or taking the trains. It can slow down if you have a bad score. They can slow down your internet speed.
Holy shit!
They can ban your kids from going to the best schools. They can stop you from getting a job. They can ban you from the best hotels, and they can even take your dog away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's crazy, and they are really gonna do this.
Yeah, 2020. Like they.
So how?
So one dude is already banned from like flying and taking the train.
How? I mean,
I don't.
Is there a chip?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're gonna implement it.
It has to be some because it can't be my cell phone because I'll have burner phones. You know what I'm saying? So it's not my phone. I'm not walking around with my real phone. I'm running around with burners, right? So how is China, who has all of these people, plan to do this in a year? Right?
Yeah.
So that's the question that I have to ask out in the chat room. Work with me because shit, a year is not a lot of time. It's about 5 billion people out there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Now, China also has a camera system that's one of the most advanced in the world. So they're picking up faces everywhere, transactions, and I heard it's a new technology. I forget the name of it. See, all of this data that's collected, a lot of it is not looked at, but they have some new software coming out that will be able to make sense of this software. So if you're looking for people crossing the street getting hit by a car, you just put the number in and real people getting hit will pop up. It's ways to control people's mannerisms. Maybe China will use that as a way, because I don't know how else to do it. It can't be a cell phone. Because all of them people in China don't have cell phones. So, and all of them fucking look alike. I hate to say it, but what's the difference
think
between
all of you,
Ming Lee?
They think all you look
A bad score. I fucked around and gave Ming Lee a bad score, and now his life is fucked up. You see what I'm saying?
But it must. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I'm just trying to rolling around in my noodle here.
I mean, if you familiar with iPhone, you have AirDrop, right?
AirDrop,
right? Yeah. You can pull up your phone, and if everybody else's AirDrop is open, you can actually send them pictures without. So it's easy technology at this point.
What if I don't have a phone?
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm asking. What kind of technology is on me unless they implant in these people?
I don't know. And
you're walking around with your code, and there's nothing you can do about it, because that's probably where America's going in a minute.
That'd be crazy.
No, hey.
Huh. Sick.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this is kind of an update in the story we did a few months back. If you remember, the East Pittsburgh police when they shot and killed an unarmed black 17-year-old Antoine Rose.
Right, a friend of mine's nephew.
Yes, right. We talked about this. So they're actually disbanding the entire department.
What do you mean? They're getting rid of the
entire
entire police force
that department
in that county or whatever the case may be?
They're disbanding it. They're dissolving it. Yeah.
Why?
So one of the people from the spokesperson was like, "Oh, we were actually thinking about this for a while now," and a lot of people
are they getting such bad complaints of corruption?
They gotta
and
be
police shootings. Yeah, that's the only way you can remember a police department.
Yeah.
So does that work in his favor for his case?
Probably.
Right? Because
yeah.
Okay. So we want to clap that up. More dead white men and more police officers being fired. The world is great. It's a great place. That's crazy. Yeah. So, but you hear about this throughout the country every now and then. Mm-hmm. Like a police department is so bad.
Like the Ferguson Police Department.
So bad.
Was wild.
So bad.
What's the name wrote a book on it? Mark Lamar Hill wrote a book on it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was about Ferguson, and it was about Ferguson, and it was about was it about Sandra Bland? Like, it was about like all of these cases, right? And he was just talking about how everything leading up to those actual situations we heard about was so bad that
so it was a keg waiting to explode. Like, so that just took it over the top.
Yeah.
And that wasn't an isolated incident.
And real quick, he actually Mark Lamar Hill actually got fired from CNN today because he made a speech, I guess, protesting for Palestinians in Israel to have like equal rights and things like that. And a lot of people took it, they spent it into an anti-Semitic speech for Palestine to take over Israel.
Wow.
So I don't know if you remember, we were talking about him denouncing Farrakhan because people.
So that's connected.
I don't know.
How can it not be? You are anti-Semitic because you was with Farrakhan, and now you're continuing your anti-Semitic rhetoric by suggesting that the Jews, the Who's, that's what I call them, they're not even the Jews, they're the Who's, because who the hell are they? They don't belong in that region, right? But that's a whole other story.
Right.
So he goes against the Who's, who write his checks at CNN, right? Let's be clear. And so now he's out.
Yeah, and I just thought it was interesting because he did. I told you, like he said, he denounced Farrakhan.
So now he should join the Nation of Islam.
I'm just saying, B.
His name should be, what's his name?
Mark Lamont Hill.
Mark Lamont X. I am now a member of the Nation of Islam. And then he needs to go to work. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. He looks like he makes a pretty decent penny writing books and doing speaking engagements. I saw him in the Wendy Williams show today.
That blew my. I didn't like that.
Well, he's gotta work.
I don't like. He's actually a doctor.
He's gotta work.
He's actually like he has his PhD, and then I remember he was on.
PhD.
He has a PhD. His name is Dr. Mark Lamont Hill.
I have a GED.
And then I remember he was on a VH1 show, and I was just like, fam, like this is so beneath you.
It's not in today's modern time because if Dr. Phil can have a show, I'm not even sure that fucker is a doctor.
What?
Right? They calling him Dr. Phil. His ass ain't no fucking doctor. Talking about the bald-headed white man.
Yeah, why?
He don't look like a doctor to me. I don't give a fuck. And even if he is a doctor, look at what he's spending his shit into. Now, Dr. Oz is a doctor.
He's no joke.
He ain't no joke. He be going in on this.
But Oprah, she vouched for Dr. Phil.
Okay, all right. Oprah. I like Oprah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, sort of. You know, I have nothing against Oprah. But I'm just simply saying, so he's a doctor. So, but you have to, in this social media era, kind of, it's boring being a doctor. Sure, I'm doctor. That's, you wasn't even around. Those in the chat who know how, if you 40 and over and I say doctor, you should know what that means. That's the movie Chevy Chase. I forget which one it was. Being a doctor, how cool is that? You're a doctor. Like, but if you're a doctor in social media and you like hip and cool, then it's a little bit more, you know what I mean? The coolest doctor I knew was goddamn Bill Cosby. He made doctoring cool.
Oh, you talking about the show?
He was also a goddamn doctor.
Honorary.
Well.
Honorary. I'm just...
Okay. But he was a doctor.
Honorary.
Stop talking shit about Bill, man. Stop talking this shit, nigga. But, we wish... I'm not wishing Lamont Hill shit. I don't know him. I'm not even going to say some corny shit. Well, we wish Lamont Hill lands on his feet. I don't give a fuck about Lamont. Don't know him. Whatever. Anyway,
And shout out to Desiree Hannah. She acknowledges...
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Shout out to Desiree Hannah. She acknowledges the Spinners coming back.
Oh, yeah. Got the Spinners. Yeah. You should let me give you a line.
No, you would never... ever. Dude, yeah, I remember one time we were in North Carolina, right? And he was supposed to give me a haircut, and he wound up giving me a baldy, and I didn't know until people were walking past the bathroom like, "Oh, you giving him a baldy?" I'm just like,
it didn't start out as a baldy. It started out.
I'm traumatized
as a 2, and I went too far. I nicked in the side, and then you gotta even that shit out.
Marcus came by.
Then I nicked
all
it
my
again.
other cousins was coming by like, oh.
And then I went too far. When all else fails, you just gotta shave it all off. But I have the professional set now.
Nah, I'm cool.
I have the
the
powder. I got the cloth to throw over you.
Never touch my head again.
You know, no,
never.
Eli won't let me go nowhere near him.
Exactly. He learned.
And his shit would be twisted to the side. I'm like, fuck. Anyway, so what do we have going? That's a lot of white people in that picture. Wow.
Yeah, so these students from Wisconsin, they threw up the Nazi salute.
Okay.
And the school district said they will not punish them on the grounds as free speech. The same school district were talking about punishing students who kneel during the national anthem.
Oh, so where the hell is this place?
In Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Say it, nigga. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Obviously, it ain't the only black people in Wisconsin are the ones playing football for the Green Bay Packers or Wisconsin University. That's true. Right? There ain't no other niggas nowhere in Wisconsin. So therefore, they can do what they want. The dudes that they caught kneeling was probably 1 or 2 who was trying to be rebels. But yeah, listen, in them rural places, this is not uncommon.
Yeah.
This new rhetoric is spreading. It's not new, but now Trump has triggered. Obama triggered this, not Trump. Obama has triggered what you see now.
Right.
Trump just opened the lid. It was suppressed, and then Trump just gave that shit a little push, and now this shit is out of control. But I want to say this to all of you white people out there who have become very brave. Donald Trump has bodyguards, right? You do not. So do not be in the restaurant, fuck niggas. Because niggas will lay you the fuck out.
Would they?
Yeah. How many, you know what I'm seeing a lot of? And I don't mind, this is a phenomenal video going around of black people smacking the shit out of white people for doing that very same thing. Niggas be in the restaurant.
You heard about the
Nigga, shut up. Don't call me nigga.
You heard about the mailman, the driver who white dude called him a nigga and hit him, so he punched and killed him. Yeah.
Killed him.
Yeah. I saw a tweet that said same day delivery.
More dead white people.
You gotta stop, man. We gonna get shut down.
Hey, I'm just simply saying. I mean, that's what they say every time an unarmed black teen gets shot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
More, So let's be clear. So I'm not very surprised by this particular action.
Right.
Especially when it's nothing but white kids there. So, they can do what they want. Yeah. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Want to talk about Meek?
Yeah, let's talk about Meek. What's going on with Meek?
So he did a New York Times op-ed piece, and it was about prison.
It was actually pretty good.
It was dope. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it.
It really was dope, like a public service announcement about the way the system is biased,
right.
And you find yourself in on a treadmill of in the system, out of the system, in the system, out of the system.
Shout out to Tabitha West. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Tabitha. And I feel that his message was valid. I do feel it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
From him who got caught into some bullshit and had to actually do time. I think Meek Mill now represents reform or the potential for reform.
Yeah.
Who came from the streets, who got out of the streets, who they locked up trying to, you know what I mean? And now he's home. I do think his new album will be a little bit more...
It comes out tomorrow, actually. It's called Championships.
Championship is going to have a little bit more substance, I believe.
He got a song with Drake on there.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
You called that?
Yeah, I called it, man. I be knowing.
You be on it.
I be knowing, B.
Yeah, you be knowing.
And then he got a song with Rick Ross and Jay-Z. That... I'm looking forward to that one.
Rick Ross and Jay-Z. That's gonna be mean.
That's gonna be mean.
That's gonna be mean.
It's called Championships, everybody. So
let's clap that up for Meek.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of music coming out, dude.
And to continue with the Meek for a second.
Stay on Meek, yeah.
I want to say, remember, Meek is young, and a lot of times we judge these young people when they're young, and they don't get a chance to grow up. And Meek now, this experience, his quiet time, is probably giving him a chance to grow up and see life from a different perspective. So I don't want to be quick to judge. You know what I mean? I want to give him a chance to grow up because Malcolm Little became Malcolm X. The list goes on and on and on. And I think a lot of times we judge the young people as a collective too soon. Doesn't mean that we don't need to be there and add guidance and and lead them along. But I'm expecting the growth from Meek is what I'm saying.
I think his he got a song called Oodles and Noodles Babies, and
Oodles and Noodles Babies.
It was tough. Like it was just like real struggling. Like
that's your era, Oodles and Noodles.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I went to college.
And you went to college, so that's all you had.
Yeah, that's what we had,
right? So Oodles and Noodles crosses demographics.
Yeah,
it's for niggas in the hood who poor. See, I grew up on mayonnaise sandwiches, so I'm waiting for somebody to come out with the mayonnaise sandwich song. Maybe I should write that.
No.
Coming soon, mayonnaise sandwiches by Black Dot. Mayonnaise sandwiches and sugar water. Yeah. No?
No.
Okay. Well, just throwing it out there. But so Oodles and Noodles means the very poor, the college kids who are upwardly mobile, but still poor.
Right.
Because you niggas is poor.
Right.
And then there are the Chinese cultural. They make oodles and noodles. They don't call them oodles and noodles. They have noodle.
It's ramen.
It's ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Or noodle shops. Nigga, this is oodles and noodles with some veggies in it. That's all y'all did. Right?
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you the dynamics. Now, oodles and noodles will kill you. You should stop eating that shit.
Oh yeah, the sodium. I've been
The
stopped
sodium
at.
and the wax.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I used to make Eli's oodles and noodles. He only eats one brand, Oriental, right? And I put the whole pack in it because I know it's about the flavor, right? All of a sudden, his mother starts making his oodles and noodles. She's more health conscious. She's putting
She's
putting a cut on the pack. Eli's having a fit. Like, yo, what? This is brown water and noodles, ma. Like, what are you doing? Ma, don't make the noodles. Wake Dad up. Dad, you gotta make the noodles, man, because Moms is out here wilding this shit. And then you also have to know there's a certain amount of water that must be let off the noodles.
It's a level of alchemy to that.
That shit is alchemy,
you got an eyeball of water.
Right, you got an eyeball of water. She would put a big ass pot of water in there and then flip all that shit into the bowl and put half the noodles.
She would put she used to put the powder in the pot. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You don't do that.
You can't do that.
Because then this shit just dilutes and you're not gonna drink all that water.
You can't do that.
You gotta wait until you put the water in the bowl just over the levels of the noodles, and then you have to put the pack in and stir a little and allow it to oscillate around and grasp into the flavor.
I can't believe we had to tell you this.
Yeah, she was screwing that up.
You was wrong.
I want to listen to the song. See what it sounds like.
It was tough.
It's tough? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Shout out to everybody
tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Okay, so this is a story I think you'll like.
You think I like?
Yeah, it's a pretty funny story. Right.
Okay.
So, read the picture.
Sex work is real work. Bitch better have my money. IRS, absolutely.
Right, so
absolutely.
So there's a hashtag that was started on Twitter and Instagram called Thought Audit. Mm-hmm. And you know all the Instagram girls who have like premium Snapchats or these pictures for sale and things like that. Yeah. So now people are reporting them to the IRS because they're saying that they're getting all this money and they're not filing taxes.
And if I paid $50, I'm writing that shit off on my taxes. Yeah. Like, yo, Black Dot, you have a bunch of $50 deposits here to cinnamon and sugar bunnies, and that was business. It was an Urban X event, and I was out doing business. No, but in Atlanta, they do pay taxes. You have to have a card to strip in Atlanta.
Really?
Absolutely. That is like the
saying?
boom boom rooms.
Yeah.
Nigga, they're
getting rid of those. Like Sin City, they closed Lust.
Yo, they had one in the 80s called the GOAT, the 90s.
That sounds gross.
In the Bronx. No, the greatest of all time. If you from the BX, you know the GOAT was serious business. Right? Anyway.
Yeah, so Thought Audit.
But it brings back to the point. In Atlanta, you have to have your card. You just can't go in there shaking your ass, which means you have to pay taxes, almost like a barber.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't just be shaking ass and for free. No. Not in places like Atlanta, because that's a part of the culture.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Down there, that's a part of the culture. Tennessee and other places, that's their culture.
Miami.
And the government is the biggest gangsters going.
Yeah.
They want that money. They want that fucking money. Yeah. Right? And you see these chicks gonna tell you a premium. What's the premium Instagram about?
Snapchat, I guess, like
a premium chat. I send you pictures that's exclusive or something.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
That makes no sense when I can just go to Pornhub and get them for free.
Bro.
That makes no sense. Bro. None.
Hustling backwards.
I already told you my wife don't send me nudes. She sends me pictures of sandwiches.
Hustling backwards.
She's like, you like that shit, don't you, nasty nigga? Like, wait till I get home. I'm going to tear that shit up. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this story I thought was very interesting, right? So me and you talk about boycotting on this podcast a lot, right? So Dolce and Gabbana, they ran a ad that a lot of Chinese people thought was
offensive,
very culturally insensitive, and really offended. They were really offended by it.
Okay.
And then some DMs got leaked from their Instagrams and things like that, And again, they just didn't. They kind of just stood their ground.
They doubled down.
Yeah, they doubled down on it,
Okay.
and the owners have since said that their Instagrams were hacked. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But the Chinese people, they boycotted so hard that they had to cancel shows. They've been apologizing, So
give me the backstory. What happened here?
So I just told you the backstory.
No, I mean, what are they offended about? Is
So,
what I'm asking.
so they were the person. It was a girl eating with. She was eating American foods with chopsticks.
Okay.
It was just a bad look, and then it compounded with the DMs that got leaked as well.
Okay, combination thing.
Yeah. So then they were forced to cancel shows, their fashion shows,
Because of the power of the Chinese people.
Yeah, they
the
were
triad. I've seen enough
I'm just
Chinese
saying,
movies.
yeah.
You never mess with the triad. No, serious. When I saw, because she mentioned dogs in her statement. Go ahead, put it back. I'm not losing my damn mind. She said, we celebrate the dogs. Okay, all right. So I knew I saw dogs in the statement. I thought,
yeah.
I thought they were saying they were,
Yeah, she
serving
said-
dog at the Chinese restaurant, which we know they do.
No, that's what they said. We celebrate the dogs we cannot eat, but we love and we live with.
Oh, shit. Down. No, okay, but okay. So let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
In other places where food is scarce, they eat everything that moves.
Right.
Bear, dog, cat, rat. What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying anything's wrong with
For
that.
people who eat chicken, hog ass, cow balls. You see what I'm saying? So who are you to say cow balls is good to eat, but dog is not?
People eat cowballs?
Yeah, people eat all kind of shit. People eat monkey heads.
First of all, people eat pig intestines, right?
Yeah, that's chitlins.
Chitlins. Oh my god.
I love my mother. She never made chitlins. Now she made pork chops, smothered in gravy. And I told you my story. I had just became 5% and told her I could no longer eat pork. And she said, "You gonna eat these pork chops? You're going to bed hungry." And I went to bed, and I could smell the motherfucking pork chop. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be God tomorrow. I can reset my godhood, you know. But anyway, my point is,
But I was just impressed with their level of unity.
On how because they understand how to roll. They're not gonna be out there marching and all that. They know how to move their money.
Yeah,
Clap up for the Chinese dog eaters. Yep. Clap them up. Yeah. Dog is a delicatessen. People eat chocolate-covered roaches in different places. I'm just giving it up. Squid.
Okay.
Squid.
I know black people that eat squid.
Okay, that's some nasty shit, all right? So people eat, and then they go against what you don't eat. Unless you're a vegetarian, I ain't got nothing to say about you, except the vegetables are alive, and every time you eat into a tomato, it too cries. Lettuce. Shit. What the fuck?
But you know, there was a recall on romaine lettuce.
Romaine lettuce.
Because people would, it was...
Yeah.
What was the problem with it?
It had fecal matter.
Fecal matter, that's gross.
E. coli.
E. coli, yeah.
Yeah, that's a technical term for shit. So, yeah. Can we tune in the sounds?
Yeah, got it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Another funny story. So Payless, they pulled a prank on a lot of people, right?
Okay.
Payless, you know, the was as a luxury shoe store. It was called like Palazzi. Like it was some like they
Palazzi, yes.
Yeah,
they freaked the name.
Yeah.
It was Payless, but they called it Palazzi, yes.
Right, so it had shoes that they normally sell for $20, going for like $650, and people were coming in, like social media influencers were coming in, like, oh my god, these are. Of course, I would pay $600 for these because this is luxury, and they were really dropping that money.
Wow.
Yeah, and then afterwards, like they were told them, like, "Yo, this is Payless. It's actually $20," and they were like, "Wait, what? For real?"
Oh.
And they gave them their money back and everything,
Yeah,
but it was just like that. Just goes to show you.
That just goes to show you the social influence, and you think shit is hot. That ain't really hot. Or Marbury, at the height of his career, decided to go against the system and bring out the Starberries, right? He found out and it only cost $9 to make them fucking shoes. The same shoe Jordan was wearing. Me, as a conscious dad, said, you know what? This fits my budget, right? There's Starberries. He's at the top of his game. I'm going to go get Malcolm not 2, not 3, not 4, maybe 5 pair. He can have all the colors and all the styles. Do you know he refused to wear the Starberries because they was $22?
Okay, he bought me one pair.
Yeah, but I'm saying I was testing the water.
He bought me one pair.
I bought you one to test the water.
And
right?
I initially refused to wear them because
I don't think you ever wore them.
First of all,
they're probably in the closet.
No,
now.
I actually no.
I
put that on everything. I actually wore them.
Okay, and your friends teased you.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They didn't. Well, I was like 11, so obviously I'm gonna be influenced by how much some damn shoes cost. That's like getting caught wearing Shaqs. Like you don't wear Shaqs. Like you don't do that.
Oh, you don't wear Shaqs?
No, you get cut, man.
To this day?
Yeah.
Want to get me a pair of shoes?
Yeah,
How
so
much
like
they
you know what I'm
running
saying. So Starberries, like how much are those $20? And you know the actual idea of being fly in middle school and getting teased for not being fly because it's not like you were paying for that; it's your parents.
Yeah.
So
True,
you know, looking
But
hindsight,
it
it's actually funny.
represented,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
But-
wanted to say that Malcolm is.
I did wear them.
He's a hypocrite. You did not wear them.
I did wear them. I promise you, I
Starberries.
wear them.
You probably wore them to basketball practice or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't wear them.
Yeah, them shits was hot.
Now you know what's crazy?
And it was revolutionary.
No, you know-
and that's why they banned them from the NBA.
And you know when I realized how big of an impact that made, because I remember going somewhere with my mom's and I seen people with boxes at one time buying them. And I was just like, wow, this is really helping a lot of people out.
Because what it said to parents is because parents are always, we're in a battle to make sure
Under
our
pressure,
kids,
yeah.
we're under pressure,
Under
keep
pressure.
them fly, but not to the point where it breaks the
right.
like that where he was from. People was in there putting in that work. Yeah, facts.
That was a good one.
Yeah, and you was very disrespectful. My hard-earned $22. You just gonna put them shits in the closet?
He didn't even run it by me. He just kind of said, "Here." I'm just like, "Whoa."
I thought about you. Thought about you.
Yeah. Okay. You hear about this? I don't think you heard about this story.
No. It looks like I'm not even gonna be disrespectful. It's got a bow tie. Assalamu alaikum. To the little white guy. Probably has a great story. Tell me all about it.
So this kid name is James Younger, right? Mm-hmm. His father Jeffrey Young has been charged with child abuse for not affirming his ex-wife's decision to raise their son as a girl.
Oh.
He refuses to let. Yes.
Okay.
But the interesting thing is the father's saying, "Yo, around me, he does not want to dress like a girl, but around his mother, he does."
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's this. What is it called?
I know they have a fancy name.
Yeah,
for
gender
it.
gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria.
Gender dysphoria.
That's when you really don't want to be the gender that you assigned at birth, right?
Okay.
That's what a lot of trans women.
Speaking of transsexuals, have you heard of the White House?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So then, but the therapist is saying like, yo, I've watched him interact with his mom, and he really wants to be a girl around his mother, and his mother calls him Luna. But around his dad, and witnesses account in court, they were saying like, yo, he's just a happy regular boy. He doesn't want but they charging him with child abuse.
So they're charging the father with child abuse,
Yes.
but they're not charging the mother with child abuse.
Yes.
Because originally he is a boy.
Yeah.
We're gonna start seeing some weird cases in these courtrooms. About certain issues that are taking place. And that's the weirdest thing I've heard.
Yeah.
So when he's with his dad, he wants to be a guy. When he's with his girl, with his mother, he wants to be a girl.
So then it becomes, does he feel pressure to be a boy around his pops? And does he feel, or is it vice versa?
Could be vice versa.
But it was witnesses that saying like, yo, even the therapist was like, yo, like this is not gender dysphoria like, I'm used to seeing. Because he's being both, so.
Got you. We got a little glitch going on in there. Little minor glitches. Fuck. Yeah. So we're gonna keep an eye on that case because a series of cases, and she might be just doing that to get custody of her son. Could be. You know what I mean? Using that as a means. But if they're studying the case and the kid is acting girlish around his mother, you know, keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But this is why young black boys need their fathers in their lives, and they need their mothers to comply with that.
Yeah.
Because she can't make him, but that transition into manhood is a rite of passage, and a man needs to lead the way or help this and that. Then that's a end from gender dysphoria in the future.
So you want to talk about this Dwight Howard thing?
What's your take on it?
I think it's fake.
I think it's fake too.
Yeah.
I think because you explained to me that this particular trans person,
Right, is known for scamming.
is known for scamming.
Known for scamming and known for lying because she also tried to get Playboy Cardi jammed up for the same thing, and
Something similar.
and they found out she was lying. And then there's also stories online of her selling cameras to people and people getting the boxes with boulders in them.
With rocks.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I got mean on
See?
it. See, you can't get beat if you're not looking to gain something. And
Right, that's true, very true.
Put that shit on, son. I was like, yo, shit is real, son.
See?
Give me 50 for that shit, son. Walked home with that shit, showing that shit off on boys, scratching. Yeah, nigga, you know how it is, nigga. You know how we do. 2 days later, that shit was green.
Yeah.
Got me.
See?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens. It happens. But you got to be bold to have people know that you got. That's a stick and move kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like dudes used to sell TVs like that,
Yeah.
right? They have one open in the box. You see the TV. Come on, hustle. I got to get these TVs out. You get home and there's some bricks in the box, and you go back and they're gone.
Yeah.
To do this shit online, jeez,
Right.
that's
Especially with Twitter, like they can at you, they can.
Right, and fuck your
Yeah.
name up. So I'm not really too sure. But Dwight has done some crazy shit. I seen him sit down on the bench and grab the nigga next to him. Grab my boy's balls.
Me neither.
So,
Me neither.
Whatever kind of pranks they're doing.
But white, especially white boys. You
Yeah,
ever
weird.
listen
They're
to
weird.
white comedians?
Yeah, they're weird.
Their comedy is based on how gay their jokes can be sometimes. Like it's weird.
Absolutely.
Except for Bill Burr, he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. I used to like CJ.
C.K. Lewis.
CK Lewis.
Yeah, we know he's a weirdo.
Before he jizzed on that girl in public, and then said he didn't know he couldn't whip his dick out and jizz on her.
Yeah,
He did not know that. He did not know.
Yeah.
All right, so
yeah, I think it's fake, but I do think there's smoke. Like where there's smoke, there is fire.
Could be.
But I don't
a lot
think
of these dudes like transgenders. I'm a little old fashioned. I like my women without a dick. I'm just an old fashioned kind of guy.
You know what's crazy? The discussion online was like people called me old fashioned.
I'm old fashioned. I'm when I put my hand down there.
Yeah, I'm not. You got anything?
If you got anything that resembles my shit, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, I don't care how far you tuck that shit under, because as a master magician, I'm looking for the neck, the throat, and I'm looking for the tuck under. Right.
So.
But the ironic thing is, when a transgender sleeps with a man,
right,
she wants to be accepted as a woman,
right.
But when the shit go wrong, she want to out you for not sleeping with a woman.
So what do you want?
Confused.
Yeah. What do you want? Yeah.
What the fuck do you want? I can't win.
It always happens like that. That's their way of shaming you.
But
you want me to look at you as a woman, so I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Yeah. Shout out to the transgender community. Malcolm says I'm not saying enough nice things today.
Yeah, you're wildin'.
So Black Dot would like to shout out the transgender community.
You're wildin'.
That should buy us another few weeks.
Yeah. Jesus. You heard Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer, pleaded guilty to lying to Congress?
Michael Cohen.
Yes.
Trump's former
personal lawyer, yes, pleaded guilty to lying to Congress.
Pleaded guilty. That's a federal offense, is it not?
Yes.
To lying to Congress?
Yes.
Okay, so what did he lie about is the question.
He lied about meeting somebody that he formerly, previously.
Is this a part of the Russian investigation?
Right. He met with somebody about, I think, Trump's dealings in Russia, in Moscow, some building.
And he said he never met the guy.
He said he never met the guy, and he came out and said he did. And then Trump basically was saying Trump said
I bet you Trump said some gangster shit.
No, he said he's a bum, and then he goes,
yeah,
and then somebody asked him if he was a bum, like, why'd you employ him and pay him for 12 years? He goes, nah, he did a favor for me back in the day, so that's why I hired him.
Okay, yeah. Trump is Teflon. He's
Teflon
I don't
Don
get
right
it. Now. Yeah, he's Teflon. It's because he's not in control. Right? The president is not in control. The president has never been in control. He's playing his position.
Yeah.
He's playing. They give him his script. He reads from his script. So did Obama. They all do. And when you don't read against the script and you pull a JFK, you know, unions were involved. The vice president was involved. It was so many different factions that JFK was rubbing the wrong way because he was not reading from the script, right? And they bodied him in front of the world to see, right? So either that, and I'm pretty sure when you get into the White House, you elected, congratulations, they showed you that fucking tape. And then they circle where their hitman was so you can understand that this is not a fucking game. So, you know, Trump is just reading off the script. He may go off script a little bit, but this is what it is, in my humble opinion.
Are you going to read Michelle Obama's book?
Am I going to read Michelle Obama? No, but my wife just received her copy for her birthday. She sure did.
Yeah, she moved 1.4 million books in a week.
She moved numbers.
That's insane.
And the book is called Becoming Michelle.
Yeah. We have jokes, but...
Is it not? It's called Becoming Michelle, which means she was somebody else before, huh? Becoming Michelle Obama. I'm sorry. I thought it was Becoming Michelle.
Oh, gosh.
But it's Becoming Michelle Obama.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure she has some very inspirational stuff. I'm not going to say that because my wife won't make me a sandwich if I do say some crazy shit about Michelle. No, but the book looks inspirational. Inspiring. Looks inspirational. She's coming to New York. I believe the seats are $200.
Yeah.
For the nosebleed section.
Yeah.
Like just to say
$1,500.
$1,500?
Yes.
Wow.
She eating.
700, 800, baby.
Nah, son, nah.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm good. I'm good, Michelle. But congratulations to Michelle about her. It's her whole journey.
Yeah.
How she met Barack. Yeah. This and that. So
having kids, her trouble having kids.
Which means she did not have these kids, right? Did she not? No, she used a formula like a
I didn't read it yet.
Oh.
Her kids. So there was a lot of conspiracy theories going out that those weren't her kids to begin with.
Right.
That there were that other couple that hangs with them kids and they borrowed those kids. But this would explain why we don't see any pregnancy pictures of Michelle. Odyssey's looking at me too. She's waiting for me to screw this up. I will not. All right? I'm trying to make sure this show lasts a couple more weeks. So, you know, that explains some of the, you know.
Oh, real quick. Shout out to all the listeners who listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. We almost had 20,000 listens.
We almost had 20,000 listens. I'm doing heroin on the show that day.
Some people actually have...
Don't do drugs.
But yeah, we almost had 20,000 listens.
That's good. And I don't think we show our podcast listeners enough love.
Yeah, because we even when like the YouTube stream is glitching, we spend a lot of time on that, and that kind of throws us off our game a little bit.
Right,
but shout out to the listeners who listen to us on their way to work, behind their desk and things like that.
We appreciate that.
We definitely appreciate you, for real.
We definitely appreciate that love. And what's next?
What we got? Oh, so this cop, right, this former police chief from South Florida was sentenced to 3 years in prison for a conspiracy to frame black men.
I heard about him.
Yeah.
And he's in California, is it not?
No, Florida.
Okay, he's in Florida.
Yes.
This is an old case.
Yes.
And why... I would ask why he was doing that, but I'm looking at his face. I can tell why he was doing it.
And his excuse was like, I got the job. I wasn't really prepared for the job, and
so I just started framing black people.
I made a lot of bad decisions, and years. So I believe so.
Will they follow up with lawsuits?
I would.
Absolutely.
I would. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's a piece of shit. What's his name?
What is this guy's name? I'm gonna mess this up.
Try. I paid a lot of money for you to go to school. Try.
It was a few officers that got charged with him. Charlie Deu.
Okay.
Raul Fernandez too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck them. Yeah.
Facts.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So real quick, did you hear about the Yale and Harvard scientists who feel like they found a way to combat global warming by actually dimming the sun?
Yes, I heard about this. I didn't really get much into the story because my elders had taught me that so many years ago that the chemtrails that we see are aluminum particles, among other things, to give you the reflection of the sun so that the actual sun, shout out to legend Bobby, who made me uncomfortable, right? Mm-hmm. Knowledge is supposed to make you uncomfortable. If you agree with everything somebody is saying, they're simply reinforcing the shit you already believe in. But Bobby made me uncomfortable, right? Because he made me go and study and say, wait, Bobby, that shit sounds crazy. And then you study and you go, wow. So shout out to Bobby Hemmett, the legend, the Grand Master, the occult dark force master, right? So he taught me about chemtrails years ago, 20 years ago to be exact, and how they were aluminum particles to give you the reflection of the sun, and they were these glass particles so that the sun doesn't actually hit the planet because the sun is not good for white people.
Which is, I always thought that was insane. Like the thing that gives this planet life kills you.
Right, absolutely. The very source of the planet kills you because then you got to go. And Bobby also told me that the reason you see all these white people jogging all the time is to create salt, because something about that salt that they create helps them stay alive, or either they need to get it out of their body or they need to excrete it to do something with it. That's why you always see these white people just running. Like, why the fuck are they running? Where the fuck are they running to?
Not to stay in shape?
Huh?
Not to stay in shape?
Not to stay in shape. Please, they just be fucking running and running because they're not actually humans.
I'm just
The
saying.
Human Artificial is one of the books Bobby spoke about, one of his books that he would print up and break down some of the stuff that would make you scratch your head. And now you see in this day and time.
Sounds of Urban X.
So I had a question, right? Me and my friends had this discussion early in the week. So one of my friends sent a tweet in the chat, and it was a guy complaining that Black Americans don't have culture. We don't have our own culture to speak of, like Nigerians, people that come over from Nigeria, or Jamaicans and things like that. So what did you have to say about that? Because I didn't agree.
Well, my daughter had the same conversation with me, and I almost cursed her out. We got into all the cultures. Since we lost our religion, our culture, our God, our language, all the things that we had intact when we came here, the alchemy that is who we are as Black people here, we have the ability to be a swift and changeable and adapt to our environment so that anything and everything is our culture. The way we dance, the way we sing, the way we talk, our hairstyles, the way we wear our eyebrows, everything you see, and that is what permeates out to the world today. This is why hip-hop is the biggest culture or phenomenon that the world has seen. So I say, yes, we do have a culture. It is just not defined or more defined as somebody coming from Nigeria who have their traditions intact. We had to survive under tremendous conditions to create Israelites. I'm with the nation of gods and earth. I'm with the NOI because we are all dealing with fragments of who we are as a collective, and we arguing too much instead of just doing this shit and put the pieces to the puzzle together.
And that was a great point, right? And I also said that a lot of what we think of culture, if we think of culture just as like old traditions and things like that, you kind of limit what we who we are as a people, because I feel like there's culture in everything. Like there's different culture if you live in the Bronx to Brooklyn. Different culture.
Absolutely. And we try to call those subcultures, but
it's a whole different. It's a different swag out there.
It's the way you shoot dice.
Right.
Everything has a science and a culture to it. So by them saying that, they missing the point.
I think I feel like you do yourself a disservice by
you do
saying
yourself
that.
a disservice by even looking at it from that perspective. And we are the only people in the world who have lost everything, and yet we're still thriving.
Right.
As a whole, we find a way to figure things out so that our culture can continue on. And because our culture is not fixed, when shit change, look, the culture of Instagram now. We have niggas is online now, living their best life. right? So when they go automated and artificial intelligent, we live in our best life there too. When we go virtual reality, niggas will be there finding a way to move the culture into that realm. And because we're not stuck in these old traditions of culture, I think it's advantage us.
I think you real quick. Speaking on Instagram, this is a white dude on Instagram. Name is Dan. Like,
okay,
this dude. If it's anybody's life like I would like to live, is his.
Okay,
like he be giving it up. Like, he been giving it up like that for years. So check him out. He's
okay. I will check him out. Now I saw something on the gram by Vladimir Putin that I wasn't sure if it was real or not.
Oh.
But I still wanted to read it.
Okay.
All right? Yeah, I'm going to
Did somebody send it to you?
Yeah, somebody sent this to me.
Oh, go to.
And I'm going to read it.
Okay.
And it's by, because I don't want to be putting out fake news. This is why
so we're going to read the statement.
I'm going to read the statement, and if somebody in the chat room can verify it, it's fake news. But I thought it was interesting. He said, Vladimir Putin says, Africa is a cemetery for Africans. He said when an African becomes rich, his bank accounts are in Switzerland. He travels to France for medical treatment. He invests in Germany. He buys from Dubai. He consumes Chinese. He prays in Rome or Mecca. His children study. So for those in the chat who know how to verify these.
But what did you think about the statement?
Certain places and spend our dollars and travel, and there was kind of some good points in there. It just made me think. I don't know how true they are, but it made me think like, damn, if I was a rich African dignitary, am I empowering the people, or am I? Right. Is my money in
Swiss banks?
Everybody's money is in a Swiss bank.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm not knocking that, but then when you're looking for healthcare, you have to travel. Right? If you're looking to have a good time, without niggas hitting you with spears because you done stole all the riches, so it's kind of like survival out there. I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Be like that.
Our shows will probably no longer be live until we fix this, period. You know what I mean?
Because I think they heard what you were saying and then slow it out, internet down.
I'm not even going to get into no conspiracy shit with that. The show might have been buffering from the beginning. I don't know. But we tried lowering the frame rate. We tried doing this. I called, the cable people. They're going to send a signal through. So I really don't know what else to do with this situation because I enjoy going live.
I do too.
Kind of just for your enjoyment, and you can enjoy the show without the hiccups.
Facts.
Because we stepped out here with confidence today. Like, we got this. We adjusted this.
So, anything else?
Anything else? Anybody in the chat have anything to say?
We did a radio interview early in the week.
We did with my man Knowledge Born. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
out to Knowledge Born. Do the Knowledge Radio. We go check him out. Do the Knowledge Radio. Me and Malcolm, our first interview together.
Yeah.
Right? First interview together. Came out hot. That's my guard. He brought me out to Germany. Me, A.A. Rashid, True Master from the Wu-Tang Clan, went out to Germany. To Bavaria, the home of the Illuminati. And we put in some work out there along with his moms, you know what I'm saying, Mrs. Gilliard, you know what I'm saying, Mother Goddess. And that DVD is called Return of the... You can go view that.
You can become a $5 patron and get access to over 90 hours of his old lectures and old interviews and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, Found Link 323. We did talk about Sentinel Island. Can he get Brother Oba? Again, Brother Oba will be here soon. All right? We're going to do something really special.
And not in college directly with peers, but we would try to get into certain clubs and the bouncers would say something off oh, okay.
Right.
But that was it. Nothing with my peers because I told you the first school I went to, the campus was majority white, but they wanted to be black.
So bad.
Yeah, so bad. So we were like the zoo animals rather. They would yo,
look out,
yo, what's it?
I know they saw your waves and probably
they was yo, what's it like, son?
coming from the hood.
You from the Bronx, like
I know you beefed this shit up. Yo, it's mean out here, son.
you think I didn't?
You know what I'm saying? Shit, let me tell you, son.
I was using
I
extra.
almost caught a case recently, son.
I was using extra New York slang that didn't make no sense.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
why not?
Yeah, do that and you go certain places. Yeah, we are in Mercury retrograde. Somebody mentioned that. We are in Mercury. Sincere, Love the God, you know what I'm saying, came on the show.
And
right, you can see that on Hip Hop NYC.
UrbanX.NYC.
Yeah, Hip Hop, what is it?
UrbanX.
Oh, Urban X.
What's good with you?
.NYC. I have so many companies, you know, that Hip Hop NYC was one of my first ones.
Whatever.
I started in 99. Okay, you ain't the first one. Yeah, I used to do this.
Okay.
So, shout out to Sincere, Love the God, and they had their album release party.
Yeah.
We just put a video up on
we
the
did.
interview, and I think I'm gonna drop something.
Yeah, I threw out I threw down the gauntlet because they would talk. He was talking about him rapping, him giving out 16s, and I was like, "You're not gonna do it." But you know, he said he's.
You know, I dismantled some stuff, so I'm rebuilding it, and I will be charging $500 for 16s. I got a daughter going to college. I need the money. Who are my top 5 master teachers?
That's a good question.
Top 5 master teachers, the ones who affected me the most. Henry D. Bernardo out of Philadelphia. Phil Valentine, as you already know, the legend.